Welcome to our storytelling and recording competition for the Beauty and the Beast, designed specifically for Ielts Band 7 students. This competition provides a unique opportunity for students to showcase their language skills by recording their interpretation of this timeless classic. We encourage students to unleash their creativity and bring the story to life through their recordings. We look forward to receiving your entries and discovering the enchanting world of the Beauty and the Beast. Thank you.
Chapter 1 Beauty. There was once a very rich man named Peter who gave his 3 daughters everything they want. I love my daughters. I love presents. Bring us rupees and silks from the market, demanded Sophie and Mary, his eldest daughters, all in a certain dress and peers. Pierre turned to his youngest daughter. Don't you want anything, Beauty? He asked. May I have a rose? Asked Beauty. They want them to die in our garden. I wonder why, saying married. It's a mystery, added Sophie, and such a shame when you love them so. Pierre waved goodbye to his daughters and galloped away on his black white horse. As he rode, a thick fog filled the air. Pierre couldn't see the path ahead or even his horse below him. He went on barely. Suddenly the fog crawled back to river, a towering castle. Pierre gasped, "Where am I?" Chapter 2 The Beast. The horses' hoofs clattered up to the castle gates. They opened before him with a ghostly creak. Pierre rose into a courtyard. As he raised his hand to knock on the castle door, it swore open. "Hello," he called. Nobody answered. He tried again. "Hello," but Pierre only heard his own voice, echoed off a strong word. "Is nobody here?" "What's going on?" he murmured. His heart beating faster, and a mouth-watering smell made him forget his fear. Pierre followed his nose to an enormous feast. He sat down nervously. "Where are the guests?" he said to himself. A full flame flooded over to him, and he cried out in surprise. But he was cold and starving, and the food smelled so good. "I hope no one minds," he proudly, picking up a silver fork. Its visible hands poured him rich, sweet cream. Feeling full and tired, Pierre rose from the table. Instantly, a bed appeared before him. Pierre was too exhausted to question it. He just lay down and fell fast asleep. He woke in a beautiful bedroom. A pile of clean clothes sat on a seat by the bed. They were just his size. "I must find the oils and thank them," Pierre thought, and set the castle corridors. Invisible hands opened the doors, but he couldn't find a single living person anywhere. Everyone's outside. Pierre wandered. In the garden, he found a beautiful rosebud. As he sniffed the blooms, he remembered his promise to Beauty. "No one will miss one rose." The instant-based bucket a flower. A huge shoulder flew over the rose bushes. He spun around, clutched the broom to his chest. To see a hideous creature before him, his eyes glittered fiercely. Before Pierre could cry out, it grabbed him and put him close to its angry face. After we prepared to die, how dare you stay from the beast? Demanded the terrifying creature. I give you food and shelter, and this is how you repay me, thief. I'm so sorry, said Pierre, trembling all over. The beast glared at him and gave a low growl. I'll pay for the flower, cried Pierre, desperately. Yes, you will pay, said the beast. You will pay with your life. Please don't hurt me, begged Pierre. I just want to roll for Betty, for my daughter. Daughter? Daughter? The beast fixed his pointing eyes on Pierre. I'll let you live if you'll send Beauty to me. If she refuses, you must return in a week to meet your fate. He declared, I will come after you. I can raise Beauty's life. Beast prone with a heavy heart, he told the best he could return. Before being left, the beast put a ruby price on the house muscle. He will be able to find his way to your home and park. So said the bed, the brain will gust him. And home called Pierre as he came down the bath. Beauty ran to him smiling. How was the trip? Fine, said Pierre. He couldn't bear to tell her the truth. As the week passed, Pierre grew thin and passed. What's wrong, father? Beauty asked. Nothing, he replied. Please don't worry about me. That night, Beauty proved she heard him quite. She found him asleep at his desk. The next morning, with a letter in front of him, she picked it up and started to read. Dearest daughters, when you read this letter, I will have to leave you forever. I took a rose from the garden of a monster beast, and he has sworn to kill me unless I bring him my youngest daughter. I could never do that to you, Beauty, so I have gone in your place. Farewell, your loving father. Oh no, cried Beauty, this is all my fault. Looking out of the window, Beauty saw her father's rose saddled up, ready to go. She knew what he had to do. Quickly and quietly, she sprang a note for him. Dear father, I have gone to the best castle instead of you. Oh, my love, Beauty. Our father's host seemed to know the way. He gobbled down the 16 bath as if guided by a magic force. As the beast castle came into view, Beauty gripped the prince in fear. Chapter 4 Beauty and the Beast. First, the castle gates carried open before her, then the door to the castle itself. This place must be enchanted, Beauty replied. She took a deep breath and stepped inside. Beauty tiptoed down a long and dusty corridor until she found an open door. It led into a sweet-smelling garden, but as soon as Beauty stepped into the sunlight, she heard a terrible groan. "What are you doing here?" roared the beast. Beauty, Beast's daughters," she stormed. "He sent you to die, did he?" The beast growled. "Cory, don't say that," said Beauty. She was so angry she forgot her fear and gazed at the beast. "Your courage," said the beast, gazing back at her. As he spoke, Beauty was shocked to see great tears forming in his eyes. "What's wrong?" she asked. "Having you here makes me realize I've been alone for so long," sniffed the beast. "Poor beast," said Beauty, her heart filling with pity. "I will stay with you if you like." The beast grasped her hand, his eyes shining with hope. "Thank you," he had guffawed, "but you must let my father know I'm safe." The beast strode out to the courtyard and tied a note to Pierre's horse, then sent it on its way. That evening, Beauty and the beast dined together. The beast told Beauty a story about a princess who turned a frog into a prince with a kiss. In return, Beauty told the beast all about her family and her life. "You are a very good listener," she said. "My sister always interrupts." The beast looked at Beauty very seriously, then knelt before her. "I know this is certain," he said in a low voice, "and I know I'm ugly, but will you marry me?" "I can't," gasped Beauty. "I don't even know you." "Very well," said the beast, bowing his head. "Good night, Beauty. Your room is next door." He added and left. Chapter 5. Beauty Explores. Beauty crept up home and walked aside, wishing she was there. Then as she dressed, she saw a mirror by her bed. Peering into it, she was amazed to see her father eating breakfast back at home. A magic mirror. Seeing him safe and well filled her spirits. "It's time to explore," she decided, and set off down the salt-white corridors. In one room she saw fairies performing a play on an enchanted stage. In another, she found a library with shelves that seemed to stretch to the sky. "Here you will find every book in the world," bloomed a voice. "Books from both the past and the future." When Beauty went out into the garden, she saw exotic flowers and magical animals, but she didn't see the beast only. At 8 o'clock, a gong rang for dinner. The beast was waiting for Beauty in the dining room. "Did you find the micro?" he asked eagerly. "I love it, thank you," Beauty replied. After dinner, the beast went down on one knee again. "Marry me, Beauty." She sighed. "I'm sorry, beast. You are very kind, but I don't want to marry you." "I thought that might be the answer," said the beast sadly, and left her alone. That night, Beauty had a strange dream. She was dining with a handsome bride. How can you bear to look at that ugly beast? He asked. He is not ugly inside, said Beauty, but he is a monster, said the bride. How could anyone love the beast? Beauty walked to the sound of birds singing. The prince from her dream had vanished. Is that all? He was a dream. Beauty wondered. She spent the day wandering from room to room. The castle seemed empty without the beast beside her. Beauty was trying to choose a book from a library when she noted a portrait. She couldn't believe her eyes. It was a brace from her queen. At dinner that evening, she asked the beast about him. I dreamed of a prince last night, she said, and then I saw a painting of him in the library. Do you know who he is? I know him, said the beast, but I haven't seen him for years. For the rest of the meal, the beast resolved to talk more about the bride. After they finished, he asked her to marry him again. I like you, but I don't love you, Beauty said softly. I'm sorry, but I won't marry you. The beast sighed and said good night. The next morning, Beauty watched her family in her mirror. She missed them more than ever. At dinner that evening, she hardly ate at all. What's the matter? The beast asked her, with a worry from I'm homesick, said Beauty. The beast pulled a ring from his pocket. Oh, please, I'm still won't marry you, answered quickly. The beast struck her head. This is a wedding ring. It's magic. It will take you back to your father. But you must promise me you'll return in 2 weeks, he went on. I promise, said Beauty. Oh, thank you, Beast. Keep it safe in your pocket. When you're ready to return, put the ring on your bedside table, he told her. Beauty nodded. She put on the bride and the room melted away. She felt herself failing. Suddenly she was standing on side of crowd again. She was back at home and her father was staring at her open mouthed. Oh, father, she cried, throwing her arms around him. Chapter 6. The beast is really very sweet. Beauty's father was overjoyed to see her, unlike her sisters. When they heard she had to return into Greece, they had a very plan. If we make her stay long, the beast will be angry. With any luck, he might even eat her, said Mary, with a slight smile. With little Beauty gone, we have father and his frontal all to ourselves, acting softly. So the sisters started being very sweet and loving to Beauty. I love you, Beauty. More cake. Beauty was surprised at the change in them. They must have really missed her sister. The 2 weeks flew by, but Beauty kept dreaming of the best. Was lonely without her. When the time came for her to return, Her sisters burst into noisy sobs. "We can't live without you," they moaned. "If you loved us, you would stay," said Sophie. Logic Beauty's hands. Reluctantly, Beauty stayed until one night she dreamed she saw the Beast flying in his garden under a rosebud. Beauty woke with a start. Something's wrong, she realized. I must go to him. Chapter 7. Dying. Beauty quickly put the drink on her bedside table. A cloud of scrying smoke surrounded her. The next instant, she vanished. Beauty was back in the garden. The beasts were lying under the rose bush, just as in her dream. "Oh no, Beast," whispered Beauty, kneeling down beside him. The beast struggled to open his eyes. "Is that you, Beauty?" he asked. "I'm dying." "No," cried Beauty, horrified. What happened?" She stroked his fair-sized face and kissed him. "You cannot die. Please, please, I love you. Don't die." There was a blinding flash and a deafening bang. The beast disappeared. A second later, there was another brighter flash and an even louder bang. Kneeling before her was a handsome prince. "You were in my dream and in the painting," cried Beauty. "Who are you? What happened to my beast?" she asked. Her mind was spring. "The bright night and your beast." "Years ago," he explained, "an angry fairy turned me into a beast because I refused to marry her. Only the love of a beauty girl could make me human again." "But why were you dying?" asked Beauty. The fairy said, "If I loved a girl who did not love me, I would die of a broken heart." The bride replied, "You don't need to be feared," said Beauty. "I do love you." Beauty and the prince was married the next day in a church filled with roses. Beauty's sister left early in September. "Why does she get to marry a prince? It's not fair." "Life isn't fair," said a tiny voice. It was the fairy who had closest the prince. "Your sister broke my soul," she said, "but at least I can give you exactly what you deserve." "What?" "Yeah, the sisters, as you have heard of stone," the fairy declared, wearing her wand. "That's what you be further." Then, feeling much better, she fell off to store some waiting cake.
And that is the end of the story. Thank you for your listening. Let's vote and share for us on Team Phục English Central fanpage. Goodbye.